There was a case actually just reported in 2024 of a University of South Carolina business school professor who said that he had been targeted by representatives of the CCP for expressing dissident views. And the other thing that's happening with these kinds of opaque money flows and relationships that, again, I think the bill is commendable for bringing to the surface is there are all sorts of kind of research collaborations, cooperation agreements, and this is happening where U.S. federal funds for dual-use research, say the Pentagon, the Department of War, or the Department of Energy is funding a researcher in South Carolina on a grant to do work that is potentially has military or defense applications, and that research, the funding and the research is being shared with scholars in the PRC who are obligated by Chinese law to work with the Chinese intelligence services and military. So the CCP Select Committee in Washington, D.C., the House Select Committee, a bipartisan body, started a couple years ago, has done some investigative studies. According to the data that they've turned up, they looked at publications funded by Pentagon and Department of Energy grants that were published between mid-2023 and mid-2025 that acknowledged this federal funding, and they found 33 publications from South Carolina scholars co-authored with China-based researchers, meaning that research or that intellectual property was directly helping, unfortunately, the Chinese People's Liberation Army, the military, on topics like potentially applications like how to degrade GPS, quantum computing, how to detect nuclear weapons from space. So again, potentially very military topics. And the sum of the grants that South Carolina institutions received that were shared through this research, according to the data, with China-based researchers was just under, a hair under $27 million.